Can we just acknowledge though that Emily #2 is like rocking that aluminum hat like a pro. I think we should actually give her a name. I know a few of you commented that you actually prefer her over me, which, bish please. I would just like to remind all of you that she hasn't read any book yet this year, so might want to change your mind. Hey everyone, it's Emily Fox. Today's video is going to be my April wrap up. April was my birthday month and I tried to make this an epic reading month and I did okay, I guess. I definitely didn't have time to get to like half the books I had planned to read. I kind of knew it was going to happen. I've been incredibly busy and it's not going to stop anytime soon. So I still finished 4 books and I'm in the middle of like 3 at least. Actually 4. So I'm hoping maybe May will be better. Probably not, but you know. I also, for the first time this year, failed my reading challenge. Listen, Linda, I have like about 100 pages left in the big book that we were supposed to read this month. So I'm going to talk about that at the end. Let me go through the 4 books that I did actually finish. So the first book that I did finish was An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. This is a YA sci-fi and I feel like this is a very accessible way to get into sci-fi. It's not like straight up hard sci-fi with like spaceships and stuff. Basically, one day a normal girl is just walking around in New York and then she realized that there's this big statue that she's never seen. She thinks it's pretty cool, so she calls her friend and he comes around with his camera and everything and they start filming. He has a YouTube channel and basically things kind of go viral and basically aliens. It's not a spoiler, don't worry. I thought it was a really interesting take on the whole first contact with aliens. Again, very easy to get into that. And I was a little worried that usually books that include YouTubers just suck. They just never get it right. Except that I didn't realize that the author actually knows his stuff. So I take it all back. I definitely didn't think this was badly done. If anything, it was really interesting to see it. And the only complaints I've heard so far were people saying that the main character was unlikable, and yes, she is. She's supposed to be. And I ended up enjoying it a lot more than I expected. I listened to it as an audiobook, and I would recommend it if you are interested. Yeah, overall, I gave it at least a strong like 4 stars. I would absolutely recommend picking it up if that's something that you're interested in. Again, very easy way for like millennial to get into sci-fi. I feel like on booktube it's not the most popular genre, so I feel like this might be an easy way for people to get into it, so I did like it. Okay, so let's get to what has been making me nervous and talking about Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. I did film a reading vlog which did not go up and will not go up, I don't think so, because it was a huge fail. I have an easy time doing reading vlogs whenever I'm either just doing like a read X amount of pages, so I don't necessarily focus on reviewing the books that much, or whenever the book is really bad or really good, I guess, but really bad is easier to just review it because you have like sentences you can talk about, there's like topics, you know? This one, the whole thing can be summarized as is something that I'm just left a little disappointed. I feel like I was trying to put post-its, but I didn't have a lot to talk about. Like, I spent like hundreds of pages not putting any because, you know? I don't know, I'm just not feeling this duology. I was disappointed. Like literally half my review every time I would talk about the stuff in the book was that I was disappointed. Let me talk about this because I do really like the world and I love the magic system. I enjoyed the Grisha trilogy, like the best the part where we just learn about the magic system. School settings, right? Just my jam. And there's barely any usage of the magic in here and it just frustrated me. And I feel like this is a series that people are so obsessed with that it creates such hype that you get so excited you read it and it just doesn't live up to that hype. At least it didn't for me. And I was kind of waiting to care more about the characters than I did. I did care about them. I did want them to like go into little couples and everything, but like they're very frustrating to follow. And honestly, like there's a few jokes I did enjoy. I still think that things come a little too easy to some of those characters. Like Kaz is supposed to be like a big old genius, and yeah, the first time you do a heist it fails, but obviously he has like 20 other like plans that will fix everything, and just I don't know, it kind of felt a little wrong for me. And I will be, actually, once the book is in the background, you can come back. I do have a little spoilers to talk about because I feel like I just need to let it out because I'm really frustrated. First off, the fuck, Kaz? Like, when are you just gonna wake the F up and actually touch? Anyway, that's a different story. What I really wanted to talk about is that at the end, killing one of the characters literally felt like, oh, you know, it's a war thing. Maybe we should just actually kill someone. It literally felt like that to me. Like, it was just like an afterthought just to make it difficult for them. I don't know. I was not okay with it. I'm just saying. But yeah, overall, in my opinion, just wish there was more about the magic system. That's the best part, in my opinion, in that world. I will be reading King of Scars, which I have on my shelf. So hopefully maybe next month, maybe in the upcoming months. Definitely this year, though. And yeah, I'm kind of just left so disappointed, damn it. Like, I want to love it, but I just think it's good. So like, maybe a 3.75 that'll round up on Goodreads out of 4. I don't know. Like, hopefully someone else, other people feel the same, because that's literally my review. So that's why I didn't post the reading vlog even though I filmed it, because it was boring, frankly. Just straight up boring because I didn't know what to say. Like, I would talk about it a little bit about the book, but like, so yeah. Instead, next month I'm hoping to do a readathon. So I'll do like a 24-hour or something. That way, even if the books that I read aren't so good, at least I'll have content for you. So that was book number 2. Book number 3 was The Great Alone by Kristen Hanna. This was part of my Goodreads reading challenge. Basically, I'll link down below the video. I picked a bunch of the winners in the Goodreads Choice Award, or like runner-ups and everything, and then at the end of the year I'll do like my own awards. And this was one of the winners for, I don't even know what it was, but what matters is that I read it. I actually listened to it as an audiobook, and I would recommend it that way. I felt like it helped me finish it. I have very complicated feelings about this. Some parts I really enjoyed, some parts I really didn't. You're basically following a teenager, and it's like a coming of age slash, like, basically her family moves to Alaska and she has to struggle with living there and then living in her family, which her dad is abusive, basically PTSD from the war. And let's just say I got really frustrated with the family dynamic. I also got frustrated by the ending, which felt a bit convenient, I guess. And like, it just felt super long. Like, I was exhausted. Like, things would go up and down, and I really did enjoy seeing her, like, the whole coming of age part at the beginning. Even the little romance, I was okay with it. It just got so dramatic and it got a little much for me. But yeah, I understand why some people really liked it, but I'm not sure personally would make it to my favorite slash winner in that category. I need to, again, double check what the category is to see if anything else will be better for me. But yeah, I still think it's worth it if you're someone that likes to like survivalist type of stories. Like, if you liked Educated, for example, this might be like a fiction kind of similar a little bit. I get so freaking angry and frustrated with those type of like abusive families. It just gets to me and I can't deal. I genuinely hate them, and if I don't actually listen to them as an audiobook, I will not finish them because I can't deal. So you are warned. I guess that it's just not for me. So I guess it's just not my type of book. It's just too frustrating for me. I hadn't actually realized that it's the same author as The Nightingale, which I haven't read yet, but I do want to. So I guess she's really big in historical fiction, which that must be the genre. There you go. Not my usual genre, but once in a while I do like to go and read some. So maybe if that's your jam, you're going to enjoy this. But damn it, I got frustrated. Then I finished Holy Sister, Mike Lawrence. I started this around my birthday, actually, because I wanted to celebrate. This is the last book in the Ancestor trilogy, and the first book being Red Sister, and I've talked about this a lot because I loved book 1 and book 2, and even the short story between book 2 and book 3. Basically, there is a school setting. It's like adult fantasy with a little bit of like post-apocalyptic type of thing, like the apocalypse approaching basically in that world. There's like a great magic system, and I really enjoyed how basically she goes to a school run by nuns, and there's a lot of political intrigue. There's a lot of like friendships or enemies in school, and you watch these girls grow up their whole life-ish. It's really dark, but I really got attached to them, and I really enjoyed the overall series. I was a little let down with the last book, not gonna lie. I did end up giving it 4 stars, so it's not like it's a bad book or anything. It's just that it felt so freaking short. Like, this is like a big one, but like there's like barely over 300 pages and I wanted more, and I felt like the ending was a bit too fast and like I don't know if it's me because I don't want to be out of this world or if it's actually that there could have been more. I'm very curious to hear other people's opinion on that one because it's a newer book, right? It just came out at the beginning of the month. So I will have to like wait for some people to read it, read the reviews to see if it's just me or not. But yes, I kind of am left wanting more from that world, which hopefully, Mark Lawrence, please do this for me. I also want to talk about the ending a little bit. Again, I'll keep it spoiler free, but overall, there is a romance that blooms between, actually the little short story between book 2 and book 3, it starts there. And I wasn't satisfied with how it happened in book 3. Let's just keep it at that. But I do totally recommend, if you're someone that enjoys adult fantasy and you don't mind them being quite dark and you want to read more maybe school settings or magic system or kind of post-apocalyptic world, I would recommend the series. But yeah, I wanted more. Okay, so Life After Life. It's the big book that we were supposed to finish this month. Technically, I'm filming this on the 29th, so I technically have like one more day to finish it, but it's not gonna happen. So I just wanted to talk about it quickly because everyone else probably has finished it, or maybe it will happen next month, like literally within the week I will have finished it and I will include it in my next wrap up. So it's not that big of a deal. It's just that for once I failed my challenge and I'm just being a little dramatic here. But this is a kind of sci-fi historical fiction and I am enjoying it a lot. I feel like this will not be for everyone, but if you're usually someone that reads historical fiction or maybe literary fiction, but you want to get into the whole someone reliving their lives over and over again, which is one of my favorite premises, you need to try this because even though the writing is a bit more slow paced, it just feels like you're reading classic, honestly. And I'm living for it. I am living for it. You need to like be able to appreciate a book that is slower paced though, which for some reason I feel like a lot of you don't think I enjoy these books. It's just that I'm difficult with the ones that I do like, but that premise is awesome. And so far I'm really, really enjoying it. So again, if you have any recommendations, because I've been hunting all of those books with similar premises. And for once, it's actually a female character that relives her life, which I thought was a nice change. But yeah, so far I'm enjoying it. I'm hoping to like the ending, but we'll talk about that next. So that's it. I gotta admit, I'm a little disappointed with myself. I kind of wish I had had the time to finish that one. Like, not even like more books, just that one, you know? But I'm sure it's gonna happen soon. But my overall goal was to read technically just a 10 out of the 12 big books, so I guess I'm still perfectly on track, but you know. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comment section if you have read any of the books that I talked about, if you have any feelings, if you are angry at me for not raving and loving Crooked Kingdom. I swear, I want to love it so badly. Like, I feel like I get a little bit in the mood to care about them and then they just, I don't know. I just got so frustrated with it. Anyway, moving on. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give it a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe because you don't want to miss all the videos that I have planned for you. And I will be putting some on the screen that I recommend you check out, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.